will see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at a... Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. Beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football, rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That ball complete to Isabella. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Carson on the carry.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
from the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawks 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
To Andy Isabella. A fumble on the play.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Wilson will throw again. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The former number 6 overall pick in 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
To Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
To throw on third down. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete to Andy Isabella. A gain of 7.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Giants.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now Jones. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. This one caught by Isabella. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he'll find Moreau here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They face a 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
On to Chris Carson.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now
from the gun. Wilson steps away to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10.
Now it's Carson. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Jones throwing again into the hands of his receiver, Anderson.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And some room to work. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. No! So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram.
Jones pass.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled. And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much. And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer. Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta. That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Dalvin Tomlinson. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there. And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he? He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game. And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Jones now to To throw again. And that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a throw here, hauled in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, New York.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jones throwing on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
New York.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Jones, the quick slant caught. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. First down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Jones operating from the gun. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. Matt Ryan, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. 28-16, your final. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Third down and 9.
Jones to throw on third down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Wilson. No, he almost had it.
Wilson's
already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
Incomplete. Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Seattle.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, catch made. It's Moreau.
Wilson
only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now Wilson. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Good. Makes the score Giants 10, Seahawks 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches. At the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. First down, Giants.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
On the carry.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Still churning. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Daniel Jones sacked. A loss of
these strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pick.
Now Wilson.
2nd and 6.
And this is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
3rd and 6.
To throw is Wilson. On 3rd down. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
4-yard gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returning is Peppers. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
A gain of 7.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And it brings up 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the 20.
This is Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
First Carson, the ball carrier.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This one caught by Isabella.
And that's good for us.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
1st and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings
now Jones.
At the 29-yard line.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Giants.
Throwing, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
By the wide receiver. Marquise Blair on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
On for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
13. Seahawks 10.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
21-yard line.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down 13-10, a minute 25 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. Short throw to Disley, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wilson to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Let's do it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We are inside, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time through the air. And even 50 yards. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters. And the officials say, yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Barkley. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
The beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
take over 1st and
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
The tackle.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there at 22. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Zach Allen. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Good. Makes the score Giants 16, Seahawks 13.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Giants, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.